Hello, my dear student. Once again, the team of A.S.S Science Foundation is here with a very new initiative of exam analysis. So the NET-JRF exam, which has happened on 18th of June 2024, was supposed to be not like as people are saying that it is one-way bias or like too many questions from a particular domain, but we have done the detailed analysis of the exam and we find out that almost good participation from most of the major units, right? And it is said to be a balanced paper. And after the analysis, our team have find out that this is not a tough paper as compared to December 2023. And a lot of repetition was there from previous year. And definitely the students who were there with us, they have the selected solutions with them and the content was up to the mark and the selected solutions was the major difference in detail because we find out that December 2023 paper and before that June 2023 was having almost 40 questions directly in this exam. The literature was in and around and all the paper like mostly as by the review of the student on our groups and all, we find out that the most of the paper were from our selected solutions and class content and the booklets. So it was easy way around to go through. But let me once again tell you that this paper was easy paper. So we can expect at least significant jump in the cutoff as far as the JRF is concerned. Like last time it was on 180 for general category. This time we can expect at least 20 to 25 marks of increment in the cutoff with respect to the general category JRF, right? So we will be showing you that what are the units which were having the significance contribution in the exam of June 2024. Unit wise, we have done the analysis, right? We exactly hold the unit wise analysis of all these unit, right? For June exams. And this is for set X, right? If the people, so set X is basically taken as an example, like we have taken set X. So let's go through the analysis one by one. So as per the A.S.S module syllabus, we have analyzed the paper, right? So let's go through one by one. So if you talk about one of the major unit, water pollution, where we generally teach people about water pollution, DO, BOD, COD, thermal pollution, groundwater pollution, sewage treatment plant, right? All these detergent, heavy metal, pesticide, etc. So this water pollution was having a contribution of almost 7 question, means 14 marks of paper was here, right? This analysis we are doing except the passages, the two comprehension passages are not taken care because they were the mixed sort of stuff. But water pollution proven to be a significant unit and it was the major unit and it consists of 7 questions. Like we have mentioned the question number also from set X. Like if you say question number 59, 83, 93, 104, 118, 129, 132 were from water pollution with respect to set X because our team got the set X for analysis. So that's why we are putting the question number of set X. So quite a significant paper was distributed around the water pollution and most of the question were repetitive, right? Nature like from December as well as the June exam which happened in the 2023. So it was there like the mixture of all those questions were there. Then we move to the next major unit, which was there. So significant portion have come from the water pollution. Yes, this unit, if you say air pollution and climate change, this was a big game changer in June 2024. Like earlier also in December 2023, it was having a good contribution, but this time it have grabbed some 13 question and most of the questions were directly from the content as got from the review from the student. So students found it easy in doing things, right? So I think this unit have marked a change, because at present, if you see, the problem of climate change is there and air pollution is also there. So majority of the questions were from the that place, and most of the questions were repetitive in nature except one or two questions, right? And the entire March and June and December 2023 was quite repetitive. So the students of ours got benefit in terms of the selected solutions, which were quite in depth and have been discussed within the class along with the literature. So this was about air pollution. Like you can see that it make the backbone of the paper this time, and almost 26 marks of paper was from air pollution and climate change. And the questions were very simple. Not too many numericals were there, right? If we can see the, like, not too many numericals were there like we used to see earlier in the exams. They were straightforward, good logical questions, but in-depth study is required for anyone to score good here. Let's move to the third unit, which is analytical method. This time analytical method was on the back foot, and only one question was there regarding the TLC, and which was very easy and was doable and already done in the class. So analytical method, only one question was there. So 2 marks of weightage, and this was also like from adsorption, chromatography or TLC as seen from the set. GIS and remote sensing have also got two questions this time, and it was not having any major weightage. And both of them are like, one was repetitive on the basis of sensors like last time, another was on the image processing, right? We will be soon coming with the most probable answers also as per our team as early as possible, and with a detailed solution also within few days to the all the students of the center. So there were two questions on GIS and remote sensing. One was very easy, repetitive like last time, where they have asked about thermal infrared sensor. Another one was with the imaging. We will be discussing those questions in detail as early as possible. Then coming to ecology, ecology also grab a major section this time, and the questions were very easy. Let me tell you very frankly, and almost 13 questions. So air pollution, climate change, and ecology was on the high demand this time as far as the paper formation is concerned. And almost 13 question was there from ecology, and the questions were straightforward and moderate to easy, not very tough. Let me say you, they were not tough questions, and 50% of them were repetitive. We will be discussing them like we had a question on interaction, we had a question on keystone species, right? So we had a question on keystone species, we had a question on interactions, right? So these kind of simple questions were there, right? One question was there on the projects and initiative. Then we have question on ecotype. Then we have question on measure of the biomes. There was one question on measure of the biomes. Then one question was on keystone species. Then there is a question which was there on National Biodiversity Act, right? One question was also there from Convention on Biological Diversity. It was also very simple and straightforward. Then we also had a question from standing crop comparison of different stuff. Then we also had a question on simple logistic growth curve, right? So sigmoid curve or logistic growth curve, right? Then the simple curve was asked, the equation was asked, which was like repetitive in nature. And then we had a question on like Ramsar site was one of the question highlight. And then we too had a question on gamma diversity, which was very simple, like repetitive in nature. Then we also had a question on International Big Cat Alliance, IBCA. Then there was a question from population interaction like neutralism, amensalism, commensalism, mutualism. It was there. Then we do also have a question on CITES, CBD, and CMS, where Wildlife Protection Amendment Act. So in total, this was a very simple and scoring section. So I would say it was moderate to easy, not tough. So the ecology section this time was moderate to easy, right? So it was moderate to easy, not tough, and quite score. Score score can be enhanced on the basis of this ecology section this time. Now coming next, soil. Soil was having good questions as far as the this time's exam is concerned, and there were almost 7 questions from soil, and there also moderate to easy type of questions like we had one question on humus qualities, then we had a question over horizons, right? We had a question over horizons, right? Then we had a question over horizons was one question. Then we had a question over forms of phosphorus species, like the repetitive question last time also it was there in December. Then we do have a question of different type of soils with the forest type. And there was a question on biodegradation of humus. And there was a question on like the phosphorus available in the different type of ecosystems and their order. So it was moderate to easy questions, and the 14 marks of paper was distributed around soil. So this was also there. Then coming to the next unit, radioactivity and nuclear chemistry emerged out to be a good unit this time, and 3 questions was there. Very simple questions have been asked from this unit, radioactivity and nuclear chemistry, which was directly from the study stuff. Like if you go in a bit of detail, we were having a question on nuclear fuel mineral, which was last time also there. Then we had a question the over Chernobyl disaster, right? They have directly asked that what thing was there in that accident. And then there was one question which was in the form of accidental stuff like Bhopal gas tragedy, Chernobyl, Fukushima. All they have asked the chronology. So this was a good unit to contribute this time. Then we have 4 questions from rock and mineral, and moderate to easy questions were there. So rock and mineral, we were having a 4 questions total. In total, question numbers have been mentioned here, like 51, 71, 101, and 113 from set X, right? Then coming next, we were having energy. So energy was also one of the game changer unit this time, and it was having in total 11 questions if you see, and the question were not too much technical. Let me tell you very frankly, the questions were not too much technical. They were quite very simple questions, right? Not very tough. And if you see like normal questions is being asked, like the what kind of pollutants are being produced when you burn the hydrogen. Then we were having the matching of age associated of the rock formation and energy resources. And we do had a question over different types of coal. A question is being asked on different types of dam and their states. Then there was a question over the catagenesis, right? Methane generation and catagenesis. Then question over there was a question over again on the carbon oxygen to carbon ratio of the different type of coal. Then we do had a question of like tertiary coal formation in India and which places that was there. Then there was a question of the formation and the migration of oil. And there was a question again on coal. The coal was a highlighted thing this time. At least 2 to 3 questions was there from coal. Then we do also have a question on heat pumps over the ground. A question was also asked over like the heating value of different type of coal, plastics, food waste. This kind of question was there. So almost No technicalities, considered to be the technicality intensive unit in the earlier exam. This time there was no technicality, and it was also from easy to moderate level, not very tough. Easy to moderate questions were there, and 11 question means 22 marks of paper was distributed around this unit. Coming next, municipal solid waste emerges out to be a very big unit this time, and almost 8 questions were there, right? And the questions were very simple and straightforward. Like no major technicalities was there as far as the things are concerned, and very simple and repetitive question were there. Like one question was from integrated solid waste management. Then we do had a question from mm, landfill and gas emissions. We do also had a question from this unit regarding the hazardous waste characteristics. Then there was a question on like the disposal and approaches, like the 5R we had, which is a repeated question. Then we do also have a question of recycling of plastic. Then there was a question over like municipal solid waste landfilling, which gases are emitted and which are not emitted. Then we do also had a question over uh, municipal solid waste management and handling new 2016. There was a question, and there was a question from like the different moisture content of the waste. So it was all altogether easy to moderate level, and but the weightage have risen up to 8 questions, so it have emerges out to be as a like major unit. So waste is one of the issue where you have to address. Then EIA was having the moderate level of questions. The weightage was 3 question only, not a major uh, emerging unit this time. And it was like quite simple. If you ask, the questions were mostly repetitive from EIA, and they were taken directly from the earlier exams. So I would say easy. Like one question was there on ISO. Then there is a question over like Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, right? So what kind of names they have given. Then there was an easy question over terms of reference, TOR, which is a part of EIA. So quite easy question from EIA. 3 question was there as far as the weightage is concerned. Environment law was also having 3 questions, and most of the questions were very simple and repetitive in nature. Like they ask about national agriculture policy, forest policy, environment policy when it came. Then we do had a question in environment law over the Basel Convention, Bonn Convention, Stockholm Convention, Vienna Convention. They just ask that which belongs to what. Then we do also have a question in the exam over like the various movements, right? Like Chipko movement, Epico movement, Jangal Bachao Andolan, Save Silent Valley movement. So these kind of questions were there, and quite easy. Simply, if you remember the year of most of these events, then you were through the questions. So not very critical and tough. The act and all was not there. Then environmental chemistry, the questions were from mostly 11th and 12th level. If you ask me, mostly the questions were from +1 and +2 level, not very tough. There was a straightforward question of kinetics, zero order, first order, second order, and consecutive reactions. Then we do had a question of environmental chemistry, which was based on the oxidation state of H2S, sulfide, ammonia, nitrate. This kind of question was there. Then we do also had a question over like diffusion. Fick's law of diffusion was being asked that various gases diffuse out. So almost it's a 11th and 12th level stuff which was there, if you ask me. So not very technical, but easy and scoring. So not heavy numericals were there this time. No mathematical calculations were there. So as far as the environmental chemistry is concerned, the stuff was easy. Then statistics was having 4 questions. Like now they have made a trend that they will ask 4 in the passage and 4 normally. But those questions were also very simple. as the statistics was not too much mathematical oriented. Like one, they asked that how you calculate the correlation coefficient, the steps were given. Then they were having a questions on quartile, decile, and percentile. Then there was another question of statistics on the type of test, statistical test association, and how the variables will move on. Then we do also have a question over the statistical parameter and number of entities. But if you have not studied in depth, so one or two questions were difficult out of this. So it was a 50-50 case, like two question was tough and two was easy from statistics. So you can say statistics were moderate to tough. So we can say here that it was moderate to tough. And if you have studied in depth, right, moderate to tough, it was. So 50% questions you can correct if you have studied well. Otherwise, it was with 50-50, like two questions were easy and two were tough. Then the other unit, atmospheric dynamics. This was really emerged out to be the one of the high scoring unit this time, which other peoples might have not expected, but we were sure, like last time also there was three questions, but this time there were six questions. And the questions were not very tough, not too much of technical, like last time we had a numerical on Coriolis, but this time it was not too much technical. And if you see the detailings, like there was a question on Bay ballot law directly from the content. Then we had a question which was on humidity, irradiance, rainfall, and wind, which was also easy. Then there was another question that how the Coriolis force depends upon density, horizontal velocity, like the formula you need to know. Then there was a question on repeated question on Mistral and Santa Ana, Bora, and Foyne, which was the local winds and the detail they have asked. Then there was a question from atmospheric dynamics about geostrophic wind, which was a repeated question. Multiple times it have been asked. And then there was a question on doldrum, which is very easy to identify. So it was altogether easy to moderate and not tough, but the people can enhance their score here. So this was about the dynamics. Then we have noise. Only one question was there, and the question was very good. The mathematical question, it was there, like the two intensity was given. And if you have not studied the particular formula, so the people mostly will stuck in that question, right? The particular formula has to be known. So I would say this question was tough for the common student, if you ask me. Not everyone studied that formula simply. So it was a tough question as far as the noise is concerned. The student find out it difficult to deal with. So there was one question from noise, but it was good question. So not everyone was able to deal it. And then we had a question on current affair, which was there. The current affair question, if you ask me, it was not that tough, moderate level of question. Like they ask about the Global Food Security Index 2022 report, which was by chance. So it was also a okay level question, current affair. The one question was there. So this was a nutshell of the story of the analysis which our team did, and we will be soon coming with the probable keys as early as possible for the students, right? So the paper was moderate to easy, and the expectation is that, like as far as the general category is concerned, like last time the cutoff was around 180, so we are expecting a hike, at least 20 to 30 marks of hike, I would say, will be there, because this time the PhD admission is being done from here, so the paper level was a bit moderate to easy, and the score will jump. And as far as the first paper is concerned, the environment question was easy, and DI was also manageable, and passage was manageable. So we are expecting a hike in the cutoff. So this was a piece of review for the community from the team of A.S.S Science Foundation. At present, the institute have just started the fresh batches, and the first batch will start from 23rd of June for the live online offline program and correspondence with video program. So those people who are targeting the December 2024 NET-JRF, they can reach us as early as possible. Those who are targeting for gate ecology evolution or environmental science and engineering, they can also reach us. And soon the batches will begin. And we have the 6 month window again, because in December there will be another exam for NET-JRF as well as for the PhD admission, because now the admission is being done on the basis of the score of the NET-JRF only. So those who are targeting the exam and wish to prepare the better concepts for interview as well as the entrance, they can reach us. Thank you very much.